Welcome back, hunters. I am the SurvivalVis, and we return to Carnivores 2. We're probably going to kind of cap off Carnivores 2, the game itself. However, I think we're going to keep doing our dino hunting Saturdays as a little bit of a regular thing, or our Saturday hunts as a regular thing. So I'll probably be taking a look into some of the Carnivores mods that are out there next. Something like maybe Carnivores Triassic, or Jurassic Park Revolution, I think, was one that just came out recently as a mod for it as well. So it's going to be a few things like that we'll take a look at, see how they are, and go into there. But for now, like I say, we're going to cap this kind of Carnivores 2 series off. We want to see what we can exactly go after here. Now, if I equip the sniper rifle, I could go after Velociraptor. I don't exactly like how the sniper rifle works, so we might... How many can we take? We can take all of those, and we'll take that. Or do we want to try a brand new map? Let me see. So we have 215 to work with. If we want to go there, that still leaves us with some. So maybe we'll try this. We'll go to the Manu Jungle, going after Allosaurus and Chasmosaurus. Extremely dangerous and dangerous if wounded. We might even see some of these larger ones there. It's kind of hard to say. Only way to kill T-Rex is shooting his eye. That's a really weird way of doing it. I don't think that even works, because I didn't think the Carnivores 2 had hit zones to it. But anyway, so we'll check out the Manu Jungle as our last one, and depending on your feedback, if you'd rather see a mod or you'd like to see a T-Rex, I can always do some farming off camera and get us the points we need to try going after T-Rex. But for now, I think that'll be good. So let's hop into a hunt. And here we are. Everything's loaded in now. So let's take a look around. Let's see. Ooh. So the map looks like there are some snowy areas, but for the most part, there's nothing like too many big mountain ranges. Well, I say that immediately to our north. There's that big one. But nothing kind of like the other ones where there were a few more features kind of in your way of things. This actually seems a lot flatter and open, especially for a jungle. Well, we could use that to our advantage. I don't know if that's just ambience or there's actually some... I don't know if that is ambience or that's actually one of the dinosaurs roaring. That could either be a Ceratosaurus or the Tyrannosaur. Oh wait, that's even a dino wall, I think. Like Fort Siskin, the little thumbnail picture when you go to select it shows a little bit of something like that with it. I don't know if there's a way inside. Maybe not. Definitely sounds like all the noise is coming from over here, though. Wondering if that's a little map feature of sorts to kind of make you know there's something back there, just like an Easter egg, or not. Well, nonetheless, we'll probably start going... Looks like the wind's going to be mostly at our backs unless we kept going south, and there's not really anywhere to go that way. I guess we are going to slide down and go right head first into whatever might detect us. Oh, there's that roaring again. Oh, and that. Although I think we determined that was just more ambience. Moss chops, but nothing else yet. Yeah, it must just be ambience that roaring from a specific spot, because you could, using headphones, you could probably actually find the exact spot that's playing, because it sounds like we went, well, to me, it sounds like we went to both sides of it. I don't know if I actually have the audio able to pick up things like that in the recording. I'm a little way behind on the most technological and everything, if you want to think of that way. Like, I wasn't actually playing a hunting game with headphones until Hell, what was that last tax return I used to get the headphones I have now? Oh, just a galley. Probably should have suspected as such. With the wind blowing as is, we probably would have had it chasing us if it was anything else. Had to be quite a few years ago that I only first started playing a hunting game using proper headphones. And a little point for everybody, definitely worth it to do so. Being able to have better detection of the volume and direction of where the sounds are coming from is huge. Like, I'm surprised I was able to play any hunting games before I actually got a pair of headphones that that actually played proper. If it was from the right, you heard it more from the right. Oh, just that Gallimimus again. That's a weird sound for going through a swamp. Almost sounds like computer error sounds. But I don't know what mod I'm going to start with next. I know Mert the Burt 3 had a nice list of I think he picked out 5 of the mods he really enjoyed to use. I've never been one, though, for kind of like bug hunting or arthropods of sorts, so I probably won't look into that one, but I know the biggest one, I think, is Carnivores Triassic I want to try. I think there's another one that's also out. It has like a really special animal of sorts that I think you will only see on the maps if you have the points to afford it. I thought I heard something a little different than our usual. Well, maybe it was just the swamp bubbling, but I thought I heard something up this way. But yeah, if you guys have specific mods you'd like me to see play a little bit, be sure to leave me a comment in the description and let me know. I'm still always awaiting feedback from you guys on if you like the series or any games you'd like me to cover, stuff like that. The channel is still slowly growing. We are up to 36 subscribers as of this recording. I admit, for being on YouTube for... Well, actually, I can't even say it's been a full year, because there were some hiccups when I first started on the channel where I couldn't record as often as I liked, but... Oh, a little bit too deep there. There we go, we're out of that. Yeah, so there were a few hiccups and gaps where I couldn't do the recording I wanted to do. Even now, there are still some hiccups, and I would stream, but it's not something I can really say regularly, like... almost like a TV show would be, where it'll be this day, this day, this day, at this time to this time. I'd love to be able to have a setup like that where I could, but that's not possible at the moment. Oh, I thought I saw... Oh, Pteranodon. Okay. Oh, and Metrodon down there. So let's try making our way westward, see if we can spot anything. Definitely some weird ambience here. But still adds... Well, for its time, it really adds a lot to make the world feel a little more alive, I'd imagine. We still hear that roaring, too. Damn. I thought we would only hear that if we were close to the wall, but... Definitely hearing that a lot as well. Okay, slowly scan along. Chasmosaurus, there we go. Finally spotted some... No, excuse me, something. So somewhere over that way, but we also do have to keep an eye on where the wind's blowing. The wind can screw you over in a lot of different ways. It can... Herbivores, if you're trying to sneak up on them, the wind changes direction, they sniff you, you are done, and they are gone. Carnivores, like this game, they will hunt you down with that little whiff. And something, too, where you just gotta keep a good listen out. Oh. That's probably who we're after there. Now, one of the things that a lot of people... Oh, just moss chops. No, I guess he heard me. Might make it a little harder to sneak up on them, but I'll try to follow which direction he went off to, because I think it was up towards the moss chops. Some people question how something so big like carnivorous dinosaurs or that could be so silent in sneaking up and going around places. You gotta remember that these are predators, and if you're going to hunt, you can't always just be, chase everything at full speed and you'll get it. You have to stock up and get close in if you're going to try to take anything down as a carnivore. And if you want a good example of how something so large can go through a place like a dense jungle without making a lot of noise, there was one TV series, it was called Destination Truth, I think it was hosted by somebody like Josh Gates, I think it was. Oh, right, this is just a toggle. Anyway, one of the episodes they were in, I think it was the Indo-Pacific Islands or something around there, and they came across a herd of cattle, like, I think it was wild cows or something like that. They were able to move almost silently through the jungle. Like, you barely heard anything at all from them. There we go. Quick double tap. And if those herbivores that are... Ooh, there's one up there to go after next. And if those herbivores are able to do that, then you have to imagine how quiet something would have to be in order to sneak up on something that can be that silent, too. So for everybody who always thinks that, oh, they should be making all kinds of noise from stomping and rumbling and that, actually, probably be a good idea to see and... Okay, nothing chasing us yet, and Chasmosaurus went somewhere up that way, so... Try looking for him. Try looking up videos about people being close to elephants or see how much noise elephants make. Now, granted, they are 4 legs compared to the bipedal theropods that you commonly hear people saying how can they sneak up or get around quietly with. Nature's going to find a way to always improve upon itself to be more efficient. And it's not very efficient to actually run. So that's why running is something that you actually don't find any animals do unless it's very dire circumstances to use it. Even things like deer, they'll just trot and, well, I guess skip a bit is probably a bit of an odd way to say it, but they're not really going to try fleeing super quick unless something makes them suddenly realize their life is in danger. They don't just kind of run for sport or run to exercise like we do. Nature's always, surprisingly, trying to be as lazy as possible. That's why if you're ever hunting, well, in real life or trying to spot anything, look for trails that have been left by other animals, because everything will try to use those. Oh, there's the Chasmosaurus. With how nature is and always trying to conserve energy, you'll be able to find some pretty good patterns in things and notice them around you a lot more often, too. It's kind of like my reasoning behind why you'll probably see ants will stick mainly in almost like a highway of sorts back and forth, even though there's so much ground that they could be going around. It's because that's probably the most direct route possible for them, so they're saving the most energy to get the task done thereafter. Oh, just the Gallimimus behind me. I knew I heard something. I wasn't sure if it was the Chasmosaurus or something else. But let's get our way up slowly now. Now, it says they're only dangerous if they're wounded, so it may be we'll scare them and then we can get a couple of shots on before he turns around after us. But I don't know for sure. Okay, he might have picked us up and ran off a little more, but oh. Looking from, I guess that's the wind indicator in the bottom left there. Pretty strong winds against us, so that may draw an Allosaurus in. Actually, I'm even surprised. Did the Chasmosaurus pick us up by scent too? So I'm surprised that was able to go running off right at the edge of the render there. And that's something from last episode I mentioned is, you'll definitely want to play with camouflage on to start, or even just always on. As I found, they'll pick you up even outside of what renders in the game that you see. And it's kind of hard to hunt something when you can, A, never see it, and B, it can see you far before you see it. There is the calls that I could try. Oh, my guess is it's probably water or something right over there then. Because he did kind of that little circle around. Oh, damn, we basically went across the map, too. I didn't even realize we went this far, this fast. We don't have a sprint mode on. We've just been casually walking. Yeah, so let's... I can't imagine he's gone by us, so... either in the water or just kind of stuck up north of us still. So I'm kind of wondering if I can just crouch down. I doubt the game actually has detection for you or hiding in a plant, but we'll try and see. Actually, that sounds a lot louder now. Wonder if the ambience just plays from a certain distance from you. Okay, I'm not even seeing that coming around again, so we're going to sprint up and see if we can kind of flush it out. Oh, and there was an Allosaurus all the way up there. Well, looks like we got the 2 Chasmosaurus. I'd kind of like to go up and get that Allosaurus next. I just don't know. Well, actually, I think we kind of figured out how the water works last episode when we were in the... what were they called? The Vanguard Fjords or something like that? It wasn't Vanguard, like I kept saying it was, and I probably had a lot of people going, come on, that's not the name. Alright, that's just that thing that makes noise. Okay, so, don't really see anything else. But while I swim across here so we can try getting an Allosaurus, I'm just going to have a drink of my hot apple cider. With winter coming on, I've got to keep the throat nice and, well, just soothed so that way I can keep doing recordings. Oh, and that's so good on a nice cold day like this. Because it's, well, I say cold, but it's actually not too bad for the time of year. It's only -2 or -3 degrees Celsius up here right now. But we've had actually, I won't even say an extended summer, but a warmer than usual autumn. Because there have been times where we'd already have a lot of snow on the ground, and it would have stuck around. Okay, well I know there's an Allosaurus somewhere around here, and I'd rather not end our hunt by getting mauled by it, so... okay, just the Gallimimus. Oh, I'm trying to remember. What was the key in order to call stuff in? Well, that I think was the Chasmosaurus call. I'm trying to remember, was it K? No. You can see I probably should use calls a little more often in the games, that way I'm familiar with them, but there's a... oh, Dimetrodon? Yeah, just the Dimetrodon. Oh, there's one... what keybind is it? F? No. G? No. Am I going to spend this much time on it? Probably not. We have a Allosaurus we want to try getting, so maybe we'll keep our gun out and ready. I actually don't know how well their climbing ability is. I know ours is kind of garbage. Case in point is we try getting up this hill here. Okay, just the Gallimimus down there. Lost Chops over there. That Dimetrodon. Let's try and think of where, oh where did that Allosaurus get off to now? So I didn't think there'd be this many places for it to hide in this. Well, it is very, very hilly, so it could be behind anything, but I thought I would have seen it maybe sprinting around or running off towards us. Although with the wind changing direction as it is, it probably will eventually start coming towards us. I'm almost wondering if I should start sprinting and then try to dodge him if he comes our way suddenly. I don't even know if I'll be able to climb up anywhere around here. We're going to try a little run. And use that just to try to get some more height. Oh, I heard it at the last minute. That's one thing that I do admit I wish was a little better was you could hear them a little more. But that was episode 5 of Carnivores 2. Unfortunately ended on a sour note there. Wish I could have gotten them for you guys, but that's how Carnivores goes sometime. So if you do like the series, be sure to leave me a like or comment, let me know. And if you do have preference on a specific mod I choose to start going with next week, be sure to let me know. I'm always eager for feedback and just interaction with you guys. But until I see you all in the next video, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.